An old fisherman had been out at sea for 3 days and 3 nights. His strength was almost gone when suddenly his fishing pole twitched. Filled with a spark of hope, he grabbed for it, but the fragile rod snapped in half. Luckily, he managed to catch hold of the line just in time. If that rope had slipped away, everything would have been over. Slowly and carefully, he began to steady the line from the way the pole had broken. He knew this wasn't just any ordinary fish. As the deep-sea creature pulled further down, the fisherman realized his rope was running short. With no other choice, he tied together every spare cord he had on the boat. When he thought the fight was nearly over, he pulled hard, but the fish fought back with even greater strength. Instead of coming up, it dragged the boat with it, pulling him farther into the unknown ocean. Determination lit up in the fisherman's weary eyes. He tied the rope around his waist and braced himself for a battle that would only end one of two ways. Either he would win or the fish would. The night dragged on with no victor. To stay awake, the old man splashed his face with the cold sea water. Just then, another fishing rod at the back of the boat began to shake. Without hesitation, he pulled a knife from his belt and cut the smaller line loose. Lesser fish no longer mattered to him. Every ounce of his focus was locked on this one massive prize. Suddenly, the deep-sea giant gave a violent tug. The jolt knocked the fisherman flat onto the deck, tearing the skin of his hands and leaving blood dripping down. Gritting his teeth, he washed his wounds in salt water and steadied himself. The struggle went on. At dawn, the line suddenly slackened. The fisherman thought the creature must be exhausted. He pulled with all his strength. Then the sea exploded. Rising from the depths was a monstrous fish, bigger than his boat, at least 30 feet long, weighing hundreds of pounds. The fisherman had never seen anything like it in his life, but instead of fear, a wild joy spread across his face. If he could bring this catch back to shore, his name would live forever. After hours of wrestling with the beast, he finally hauled it close enough to strike. With one mighty thrust, he drove his harpoon into its head. The ocean grew still. He tied the massive body to his boat and began his journey home. But fate had other plans. The scent of blood drew sharks. He grabbed his harpoon once again and fought with everything he had. One shark went down, but the rest of the pack swarmed. Within moments, the giant fish was ripped apart, stripped to the bone. The old man could only watch, powerless, as his hard-won victory was devoured before his eyes. Exhausted, wounded, and broken, he finally returned to shore empty-handed. He had dreamed that the sea would make him immortal. Instead, it left him with nothing, or so he thought. The next morning, when the villagers saw the enormous skeleton tied to his boat, word spread like wildfire. His struggle, his courage, and his impossible catch became legend. And while the old fisherman slept soundly, unaware of it all, his name was already etched into the stories of his people.